Alright, welcome back guys. Malam ini kita bakal membedahkan business proposal episod 7 dan 8 daripada minggu lepas. Jadi reaksi satu ayat aku terhadap business proposal minggu lepas is kisu payback guys. Payback a kiss with a kiss. So, apakah reaksi satu ayat anda terhadap episod business proposal minggu lepas? Kita mulakan dengan Jamal. Silakan Jamal.
Apa ayat siapa nama ni Secretary Cha, apa ayat dia dekat siapa nama Young-Seo, I will make sure that you will never be far again. Aku akan cakap fighting, very good, fighting. Itu reaksi saya.
Lupa punya pasal kan, I will make sure you will never forget.
Oh itu babi je. Aku percaya sikit pak.
That's one. Tarmizi, apakah reaksi satu ayat kau terhadap episod 12?
Aku suka ayat atau jambatan tu. If you machine, if you take one step forward, I may never let you go.
Yes, itu satu threaten ke ataupun aku tak tahu apa dia maksudkan. If you take one more step, I will never let you go. Gila tu.
Wah.
Nice,
ni aku nak betulkan sikit ayat aku ni. Fighting Chajanim. Kena cakap Korea juga.
Hanya
Basically
balik.
Aku suka yang dua couple finally in episode 7-8 ni diorang dah confess. Now where do we go from here? Pasal ada 4 episod.
And we have just 4 episode je lagi, so it's cool. Yes.
Yeah.
biasa 4 episod tolak satu episod epilog.
Oh.
Aku ingat kau nak cakap tolak satu episod minggu dengan Yura bising pula. Kan jemak pula kan.
Kita akan bincangkan tu
Okay.
lepas ni. Alright guys, so kita akan mulakan pembedahan kita malam ini dengan perbincangan tentang 3 plot points yang menarik daripada episod business proposal minggu lepas. Alright, jadi segmen pertama kita adalah tentang the leads, Tae-Moo dan juga Hari. So, aku ada 2 soalan. Soalan pertama adalah untuk Jamal ya. Apakah pendapat anda tentang Shin Hari finally confessing kepada Kang Tae-Moo di penghujung episod 8 ya? Dia put herself first dan dia tak kisahkan tanggapan orang lain terhadap relationship antara dua darjat mereka. Was it really the dodgeball prize yang buat dia semangat dan juga realization bahawa Tae-Moo ni kena pergi blind date balik yang buat dia finally like okay lah, aku confess lah. Silakan.
Aku punya pendapat adalah it's great. Aku tak rasa yang aku cakap pada aku berani dapat aku macam macam ni finally. Dia macam the feeling that I would use is that the feeling how I would describe is that it was not surprising in terms of the end result because you wanted them to end together, but how they got there, even though it was not unexpected, it still was a pleasant feeling seeing it happen. Faham tak? So that is deceptively difficult to write. Because there's a lot of factors to take into account. Macam mana kau tulis dan kau set up the whole thing sampai ke that moment, macam mana pembawakan para pelakon, macam mana directing, and then how every episode leads up to that, the hype dan sebagainya. So I like many things about them ending up together. Whether or not diorang ni is the best couple together, kita tolak tepi. Okay, this is the show this is what the show promised us, so we go by that. So the thing that I like most about her, about Hari dengan Tae-Moo plus Cha dengan siapa nama ni? Seong-Hoon dengan Young-Seo is that they came into the relationship, they confessed, they fell for each other at their own space, on their own terms. So and the entire show leading up to the first all the 8 episodes did not make it seem like somebody else is pushing them to get into a relationship or into a meaningful relationship. Kita tolak Datuk Tae-Moo aside because itu kita tahu arrange marriage bla bla bla. So tu tak kira. So the story did not force them to end up together. Macam dia ni nak pergi camping tiba-tiba selisih mamak ni kat sini. Tak. So they all arrived at the moment where aku sedar aku jatuh hati kat engkau on their own terms, and even then bila kesedaran tu sampai they accepted it on their own terms. Ada denial sikit, ada malu sikit, ada segan sikit, ada macam alamak aku confess terawal aku perasan pula. Lepas tu macam okay fine, kau nak draw line between me and you, aku draw line, asap pun tak boleh pergi sana. So those things are really really nicely done. So bila hari finally arrived at it, aku happy sangat. Dan pada aku point yang dia tak kisah tanggapan orang lain tu, I don't really dig it. Sebab kita tengok dia refuse to fall for Tae-Moo ataupun macam cuak ataupun segan, not because dia takut orang lain fikir apa, but it's more because macam dia tak sure aku nak ke relationship ni, this is too good to be true, faham tak? And aku tak adalah macam tiba-tiba jatuh hati gila kat Kang Tae-Moo ni, because aku staff dia, lepas tu kita masuk business contract tu, so a lot of things come into play. So aku rasa part yang dia kata aku tak payah fikirlah orang lain fikir apa tu is a bit of a dia macam bukan point yang ada sebenarnya, because I know you caught this bila dia cakap oh I don't have to worry about what other people think. I think she is worrying about what she thinks, so she is projecting. So sebenarnya dia macam tak sure because it's just too good to be true, and she never really had the time to sit down dan Tae-Moo tanya betul-betul, awak, saya suka kat awak, betul-betul macam ni. Sebab dia punya first time Tae-Moo buat macam tu kat dalam pejabat. Tae-Moo ni pun timing, aduh bro.
Yes.
Kat dalam office. So aku macam those things lah. So I think she never really bothered about what people think. She just did not know what to think about the prospect of them ending up together. So part yang dodgeball tu aku tak rasa that was the inciting incident. I just felt that macam mana nak cakap she knew what she wanted.
Exciting incident dia tak berapa clear.
Tak berapa clear pada aku. Tetapi kalau aku nak katakanlah aku nak betul-betul nak ni, I would, if I had to choose, aku rasa inciting incident dia is when Tae-Moo kissed her dekat set. Sebab the reaction immediately was she pulled him back. Because kalau dia betul-betul tak suka atau dia betul-betul tak boleh bayangkan dia dengan Tae-Moo, many things would have happened. Dia dah elak lama dah. Dia dah lari lama dah. Dia dah berhenti kerja. Dia tak berhenti kerja dengan cara dia berhenti kerja tu. Faham tak? Very sopan. Dia macam dia lari. Dia terus lari. Dia terus ghost.
Actually,
dia terus push aside.
I felt the dua darjat thing when she's masa kiss tu, leading up to the kiss, she said like, why do you have to make it so hard? Why do you have to make macam tu lah. Dia macam, awak bos saya tak boleh, tapi saya nak kiss awak.
Aku rasa how I took that scene was that aku tak rasa aku nak suka kat kau. Benda tu tak pernah terlintas dalam fikiran aku, dan bukan kata kau bukan orang yang aku nak suka. Is that that never crossed my mind. But you have been doing a lot of things to make me like you, and yes, I am liking you. So sekarang ni I do not know how to feel about me realizing slowly that I like you. So bila Tae-Moo cakap kalau awak nak masa, saya bagi awak masa. So lagilah gila, cair lah dia kan. Of course lah dia cair. So when they kissed, that made her realize, her body cakap okay, yeah, I want this. So dia tak push him back. And then when he pulled back and then she pulled him back, that was for me when her body was telling her. So the rest of that was her coming to realization yang sebenarnya aku suka, tapi I'm just creating whatever alasan lah. So tu ni, because macam aku dah date kau, aku dah jumpa atuk kau semua kan. So macam yelah, aku dah date kau selama 8 episod, yelah. So I think it's just that lah. I think the dodgeball is just an excuse. Dia jenis orang yang I just need a reason. Sebenarnya kau dah tahu dah kau nak benda tu. So the dodgeball was just siapa menang ni dapat ni. So dia macam aku suka membuat ni. So orang lain nak dating dia Apahal pula kan. So bukan baru macam
tiba dia tergugat.
Dia rasa tergugat. Kalau dia dah rasa tergugat means dia tak tahulah aku dah booking kau sebenarnya. Tu je cerita dia kan. Itulah aku, and I like how she arrived at that, because benda tu tak inconsistent dengan karakter dia in the previous 7 episodes. So I really really like it. I think as an adaptation, bila kau scroll tengok webtoon, link aku dah bagi kat kau kan Mizi. You feel that the writers, aku tak tahulah dia orang inspire ke apa, they really fleshed out the story, and I think in many respects made it their own. Sebab ada banyak scene tak ada. Minggu lepas aku nak mention tapi tak sampai point tu. There were a lot of scenes yang diorang tambah, there were a few scenes yang diorang tukar, dan semua ni orang yang baca webtoon semua kata. So aku pun sebagai orang yang browse je webtoon tu macam tu juga.
Apa pendapat kau bila Tae-Moo buka sikit tentang insecurity dia ataupun share kenapa dia suka makan corn dog tu? Aku macam babi.
Situ best.
Kondom
I
tu
think
ada
the scene,
mana lah babi.
betul lah.
That scene is important. Aku tunggu scene macam tu.
Aku pun tunggu scene macam tu. And for me, dia tak jual mahal. Dia tak jual scene tu. You know some films, dia set up. Lepas tu, okay, sini revelation, reveal, kita jual. Macam Zack Snyder, dia suka jual kan. Scene tu dia tak jual. Faham tak? Dia macam, macam mana? Tae-Moo punya very subtle transitions. Kalau kau tengok micro expressions dia, masa awal-awal muka dia macam tu kan. But now, when he knows, I know you like me, or I know I'm getting there, dia macam tak boleh. Lepas tu bila perempuan tu paling tempat lain, dia macam ada senyum sikit kan. So I think that scene for me was when he is in his own way. Dia ni pun awkward gila babi kan. Aku nak share dengan kau something sebab aku jarang share dengan orang outside my step brother. So for us now, kita pun dah lupa yang dia tinggalkan Hari dekat tepi sebab hujan apa benda semua tu. Because the character kita boleh tahu yang he awkward, dia proses trauma pun awkward, but he does make the effort. So kita accept benda tu. So in this case, in a space that I choose, in a moment that I am comfortable with the person that I want to be with, I can tell you this story. So aku rasa bila dia share benda tu, Hari realised it immediately because macam, kau tak, you've never talked about your family this way. We talked about you as a CEO, but we've never talked about you and your family this way. And I did not ask you for this. And the best part is that Hari macam, aku kena belanja kau sebab nak bayar balik kes. Aku kena belanja kau sebab nak bayar balik kes. Lepas tu macam, dinner tak jadi sebab aku tak ada duit. Lepas tu macam, cancel dinner pula. Okay, bayar balik dengan masa. Pergi mana ni? Mesti pergi tempat-tempat mahal. Pergi funfair benda. Funfair macam pergi Berjaya Times Square punya park kat atas tu. Tu macam nak pergi mana? Aku lepak makan kondok. Aku nak kena bayar benda ni macam RM8.50 kondok campur air, campur duduk kat park ni. Ini je aku kena bayar balik kau. Tak adalah, aku just nak share dengan kau. Aku suka kondok ni sebab my late father used to bring me here. Tu macam so that is pretty cool lah. I think I did not see that coming. I wanted that scene. I know the scene was supposed to be in this series somewhere, but I did not see that moment coming. So I really liked it. I think they got it right lah. They got the tone of this kind of show and this kind of characters and this kind of relationships just right lah. Macam Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. They got the tone just right. Very difficult. I think they did it very well.
Nice. Alright, jadi soalan kedua untuk segmen adalah untuk Tarmizi ya. Apakah pendapat anda tentang Tae-Moo terpaksa berlakon sebagai co-worker Hari pula in front of parents Hari bila ayahnya hospitalized kerana appendicitis? Will this create further comedic situations?
Aku ada satu benda nak mention tapi aku tunggu bagi busy habis tu.
Okay. Silakan busy.
Aku rasa tak kot. Aku rasa macam this is just because macam benda tu tidak macam influence Hari's feeling untuk cepat-cepat accept Tae-Moo, nor that sebab bilangan episod yang ada sekarang tidak memungkinkan kau nak work the conflict the parents, or kau nak macam parents dia jumpa atuk dia apa-apa semua tu untuk create that conflict. So I think it's just macam pass over.
Is it a nice mirror effect? Macam mula-mula kita start dalam cerita ni Hari kena tipu Tae-Moo punya grandpa, which is the family relations. Sekarang terbalik pula. So kena tipu family relations Hari pula.
Yes. Even macam parents Hari pun macam it just macam mak dia just macam muncul untuk jerit kat Hari kalau bangun lambat ke kalau balik-balik mabuk. And keluarga asyik gaduh apa semua. Jadi aku tidak nampak dia macam as a plot driver sangat, or you nak create satu cabang subplot konflik apa semua untuk dia orang. So it's just macam I don't think there's more towards that lah. For me so sekarang macam kata tadi kita ada 4 episod. So aku tak tengok banyak K-drama lah, tapi kebiasaannya episod the last tu reserve untuk epilogue. So kebiasaannya macam maybe the 3 episod je lah you akan buat something macam the final push untuk diorang get that happily ever after. So depending on esok dia
Ya, esok dengan lusa.
Esok dengan lusa, so we see lah apa apa yang aku tak sempat nak baca webtoon tu lagi. Aku cuma sempat tengok the chapters dalam webtoon. So ada satu chapter tu tajuk dia Here Comes a New Challenger. Aku ingat orang ketiga akan datang. So rupa-rupanya Here Comes a New Challenger tu adalah macam sepupu Young-Seo tu
Aku tak tahu. Aku memang bukan kaki spoiler. So Nick dah aku tak tahu apa ni. Aku sini tak tahu apa.
Tak, so macam I would assume that that chapter would be these 2 episode lah yang macam dia kena pergi blind date sekali lagi.
Yang orang duk bising kat subreddit adalah Tae-Moo hantar doppelganger / basically macam ni kata, okay nanti Tae-Moo kena berlakon jadi boyfriend dengan mak bapak Hari. Tae-Moo buat benda yang Seong-Hoon buat dekat dia. So masa dia pergi blind date tu Tae-Moo hantar orang lain. So macam saya ada yes.
Tapi the best tu.
Mungkin macam apa they will pick up yang apa keluarga Jin punya apa makcik Jin tu yang akan create that final conflict untuk that final push lah, macam apa kenapa kau sepatutnya kahwin.
Yes. Finally ada reason ni untuk cousin director Jin yang bengong gila tu. Pakai baju sama, datang office. Lepas tu nak semua orang sayangkan dia dekat office. Aku tak boleh terima tu watak tu.
Cuma aku nak tambah sini macam apa bagi aku the moment of apa okay, so daripada minggu yang lepas tu itu cakap aku stay macam tak nampak like Hari ni selesa dengan Tae-Moo, the intimacy tu macam tak ada. So berakhir dengan kiss the sebelum previous tu, and then dia tolak balik apa-apa semua. So for me I think dia sebab macam she's conflicted antara macam apa dia punya hati dengan dia punya apa logik lah. So dia kata macam this relationship will not work because your boss and apa your punya subordinate, and then macam dia still macam menghadapi masalah untuk gain intimacy dengan Tae-Moo, and then dia still nampak Tae-Moo ni macam tinggi gila lah, dia rasa diri dia tak layak apa-apa semua. So lepas tu macam they go on this apa force apa bayar hutang, date, payback apa-apa semua. For me if we compare this couple dengan Secretary Cha dan apa Young-Seo tu that couple is much better apa naturally progress. Yang ni macam still awkward and then dia ada some subtle apa macam ada subtlety yang menunjukkan macam Hari ni macam nak cair, and then lepas tu terus kiss. So okay, sepatutnya it doesn't macam upset me much because macam I think macam they deserve it lah, tu je lah. Tapi kalau nak rate, it's still macam agak subtle lah. For me, the moment I perasan yang macam Hari berubah bila macam masa malam depan apa restoran apa Shin Hari tu, dengan apa bila apa Minggu datang gaduh, and then dia tarik Minggu pergi makan somewhere, and then Minggu pun macam apa expose lah the contract and then everything apa-apa semua, and then macam cakap benda tak baik pasal apa Tae-Moo, and then Hari start defend him. So tu macam the moment macam dia macam okay, dia sebenarnya aku suka, he's not a bad guy dan aku sukakan dia, and then terus scene kejar-mengejar lah.
Aku rasa scene tu bukan scene dia sedar. Aku rasa Hari ni adalah orang yang pandai control. She's a composed person. Dia boleh bezakan emosi dengan dia punya normal everyday life, and bukan dia tak let it mix. She just doesn't show. But people mistake her macam okay aku maintain semua as dia evasion atau dia nak sorok benda tu. Padahal sebenarnya she knows what she thinks and what she feels about it. Just don't push her to the point where she has to say something about it. So bila Minggu buat macam tu, yang pada aku I hope they address it, is that the fact that Minggu masuk bilik dia, tak minta kebenaran, buka laci dia macam Minggu dah dating dia 5 tahun, lepas tu ambil benda barang dia. So dah cukup baik dah dia tak sound minggu benda tu. And I hope bila minggu cuba nak try datang balik, dia sound balik. Kau masuk bilik aku, kau tak minta kebenaran, kau ambil benda ni dan kau datang jumpa aku dan kau demand explanation. Bila girlfriend kau yang kau dah break up tu datang balik couple dengan kau, aku tak demand pun explanation, aku tak marah pun kau kenapa kau tak cerita kat aku, girlfriend kau nak datang balik. So benda ni berat sebelah. So I hope they address that. But my point is, bila Minwoo buat macam tu dekat dia and dia explain, sebab sebelum ni kita tak pernah nampak dia defend Tae-Moo kan, like seriously defend Tae-Moo. So macam so for me, I like the fact that dia gunakan scene aku versus my best friend, my best guy friend, my crush for how many years. Aku defend aku punya boss / former employer yang macam no, he is not a bad person. So aku rasa dekat situ kita dah tahu dah yang she has always thought that of him, but she never needed to explain that to anybody because it was always between her and Tae-Moo. So dia tak pernah cerita ke orang sebab benda ni dia seorang je boleh handle, lepas tu dia sebagai Young-Seo. Tapi bila ada siapa-siapa macam nak menyemak yang macam palatau, macam dalam kau best friend aku, kau lagi nak palatau, engkau crush aku, lepas tu kau buat macam ni, kau nak palatau, silap lah kau. Aku tak marah kau ambil surat tu, bawa surat dah tunjuk depan aku, dah cukup baik dah tu.
Ya.
Dengan kau tak dengar, tak sembang apa-apa, terus tumbuk macam kau hero, kau ingat kau pakai jacket leather tu kau handsome lah. Macam tu lah. Aku pula marah kan, gila babi projecting saya.
Kita akan bincangkan lagi tu dalam segmen ketiga nanti. Yang aku nak komen tu kan, ini orang kat Reddit petik, aku perasan tapi aku tak sedar. So bila aku baca orang komen kat Reddit, aku pun macam aku pun perasan benda ni. Pada aku scene yang paling lawak, benda yang paling lawak bila Tae-Moo macam bayar hospital, datang hospital semua tu untuk parents dia hari, bukan the fact that he upgraded the room tau. That was not the funniest part. The funniest part was not even the fact that dia berlakon dan mengaku jadi boyfriend. For me, the funniest part is mak dengan bapak duduk katil sebelah-sebelah. Lepas tu Tae-Moo tu datang, saya bos dia, minum. Babi, dia upgrade bilik tu kan, kau jemput minum. Aku tu pada aku paling lawak sah. Mak dia punya relax itu. Tapi aman, mak dia cool lah. Cepat minum. Macam the dude paid for the upgrade. Kau jemput dia minum macam kau bayar. Aku macam mak dia power tu. Another side comment is that aku rasa diorang takkan gaduh sangat lah dengan Datuk tu, dengan Datuk Tae-Moo. Aku rasa kalau Datuk Tae-Moo tu akan ada initial pushback, tapi aku rasa dia akan hati dia akan terbuka, dan teori aku adalah hati dia terbuka sebab dia kata, engkau Shin Hari yang aku tak suka sorok muka, but kau Shim Gumhee, bapak engkau buka kedai ayam, Gumhee, drama kedai ayam. I accept you as my daughter. Aku rasa, aku harap benda tu jadi sel. Kalau benda je aku tergolek-golek tu kat bawah. Itu I think that might happen. I hope, sebab if it happens, it will be just too funny lah. It's just Datuk dia akan meta gila, main blow dah.
Lalu kalau Datuk dia yang menghalang hubungan ni macam tak best.
Aku rasa dia menghalang hubungan tu dia nak sakat kita je as a viewer. I think because Datuk dia, there is no major or valid reason to halang hubungan dia once he finds out the truth. So once the Datuk find out the truth, dia tak ada reason, sebab Tae-Moo probably akan defend Hari dan cakap, you have to understand, I did this to please you, but now I fell for her. I am doing what you wanted me to do. I want to get married. So Datuk dia tak boleh nak, I will give you grandchildren, great grandchildren. I am ready now to make great grandchildren. Aku rasa kalau Tae-Moo buat macam tu, dan Datuk dia akan niat. And then on top of that kan, Hari banyak design produk-produk yang laris. So bila Kang Tae-Moo jual, Hari ni lah yang buat produk ni, yang buat ravioli ni, dia lah yang kena Minggu ni. Mesti Datuk dia macam, okay, so now I understand why kau takut-takut dengan aku, sebab kau takut kantoi. Okay lah. And then bapak kau jual ayam goreng.
Kita ada
you know what? If that does happen kan, Nick, ni teori Brazil. Ni teori kimchi. Sekali Datuk dia jadi sponsor kedai mak bapak ayam kimchi, buat jadi produk at the end. Lama.
Dia bihit lah.
Itu kalau dia buat benda tu serius, top 10 Korean series of all time, terus naik macam tu tu.
Betul. Alright, so kita ada satu komen menarik untuk segmen ini. Muhammad Syamil Lokman, dia bertanya, bolehkah panelis teka siapakah yang director Jin jumpa dekat hotel itu? Sebab dekat Tae-Moo dalam kereta tunggu hari depan rumah dia. So adakah
Direct.
macam
Direct.
Jamal cakap tadi, Tae-Moo pun hantar orang lain macam
Apparently according to the webtoon, bila aku baca dekat subreddit, diorang kata Tae-Moo hantar Secretary Cha.
what the
No, tak, kau kena faham benda tu lawak macam mana. Sebab Secretary Cha wouldn't have met Young-Seo if Young-Seo had gone to see Tae-Moo. And he wouldn't have fell for her, kau faham tak? So bila Secretary Cha kena buat apa yang Young-Seo duk suruh Hari buat, the joke is there lah. So aku rasa kalau dia buat benda tu, it is really ironic in an it's unironic. It's funny in an unironic way. Sebab Secretary Cha macam, dia tak apa, aku rela, aku pergi.
Aku dah tengok Secretary Cha akan jadi macam wanker, macam saya date 5 perempuan.
Dia
itu cool gak, betul.
Dia buat,
Lepas tu kan,
dia bukan the Secretary Cha normal tu.
Lepas
dia
tu
akan buat yang
bestnya,
ekstrim.
yang bestnya bila dia buat macam tu kat bilik sebelah, Young-Seo tengah makan sebab dia insecure. Lepas tu dia dengar boyfriend dia, oh saya memang date orang sini, saya date apa anak pengarah dekat food company mana, nama dia Young-Seo, tapi saya tak suka kat dia cakap banyak. Dia kata contoh macam tu kan. Who knows lah, that would be cool kan.
That'd be cool. Tak sabar tu, esok episod baru, tak sabar.
Aku yang excited. Member aku yang tak tengok macam tu. Ramai member tengok, dia try episod 1 terus binge sampai episod 7.
Biasa.
Tu nice.
Itu biasa. Yes, itu adalah kena racun.
It's bingeable.
It's sangat bingeable tu. Aku rasa but it's very rewatchable. Aku jarang rewatch series sebab I think I would have spent the time watching other series. Banyak orang kat subreddit macam, okay, aku dah tengok 3 kali. Oh, aku tengok lagi sekali right after the series ended. Aku macam, apa lah korang ni.
Aku all of us attack je aku buat macam tu. Tengok sebab nak miss detail-detail aku miss.
Nice.
Nick, nampak dia pakai BuzzPOP jadi alasan Nick. Padahal macam dia lepas tengok dengan wife dia tidur macam aku macam nak, aku rasa macam ni lah. Lepas tu dia tengok lagi sekali seorang.
Bro, after party pun dia tengok berkali-kali kot.
Tu pasal Mizi, you know, I am vengeance Mizi. I am vengeance, aku detective kau Mizi. I know you.
Why aku duduk lintas aku Bridgerton ni.
Oh, itu terbaik tu. Terbaik. Yes. Alright guys, so dengan itu berakhirlah segmen ini dan kita akan ke klip menarik kita yang kedua. Alright, jadi segmen kedua kita adalah tentang the second leads, Secretary Cha dan juga Jin Young-Seo. Untuk segmen ini kita ada 2 soalan juga. Soalan pertama untuk Jamal. Apakah pendapat anda tentang Young-Seo dan Seong-Hoon terpaksa mempelajari each other's love languages ataupun love styles? Daripada Young-Seo yang tak pandai masak, belajar memasak walaupun teruk, kepada Seong-Hoon cuba share his favourite hiking spot. So adakah ni satu benda normal bila kau dalam relationship, trying to figure out each other? Silakan.
Jawapannya yes. Gila kau tak. Kalau kau tak buat macam tu, macam mana kau nak stay in the relationship tu? Yes, I feel that the way they did it was nice because one thing about them is diorang bukan kan ada siri macam apa, mula-mula benci, lama-lama cinta kan. So diorang tak mula-mula benci sangat because they actually did fall for each other. Cuma when Secretary Cha drew the line, diorang macam tak boleh. So they had a very not cordial but amicable relationship and interaction between each other. Neighbours campur, dia kawan Hari and dia adalah Secretary kepada Tae-Moo. So they kind of have that common ground while hiding the fact that I actually fell for you. And then so Secretary Cha macam, aku tak boleh jatuh hatikan kau sebab member kau sekarang dengan bos aku dah macam ni. Lepas tu macam kau pula macam ni. And then dia pula macam, aku suka kat kau tapi kau nak draw line lah, apa benda lah. So I think the fact, for me that is like dah friendly punya level dah. So sekarang ni when they decided that when they realised sebenarnya masing-masing ni pasang muka, they just a victim of circumstance and they confess to each other, their learning is really sped up. And I love that fact. Sebab jarang kita couple terus kau nak masak ke orang, tak kisahlah lelaki masak tu perempuan atau perempuan masak tu lelaki, it doesn't matter whether they are neighbours or not. So kita tolak the fact that diorang anak orang kaya. It's just the fact that macam kalau kau boleh je bawa pergi restoran, faham tak? And typically you would take your new significant other to a very private and personal place. But ni dia macam, aku Young-Seo, aku independent woman, aku masak untuk kau. Masak Jin, masak. So that is great pada aku, because you take something that is very personal, which is cooking for somebody, to show at a very early stage of the relationship, to show in a very natural way that diorang dah bypass semua, okay kita pergi dating kat sini, kita tangkap gambar dekat sini, tak payah dah. Sebab dua-dua ni independent people, dia dah confess, aku dah tahu kau macam ni, kau dah tahu aku macam ni, dah tak payah nak sembang benda lain. Terus, okay, kau datang lepak rumah aku tengok TV, dia dah start macam tu. So in that sense, it's quite a mature and adult thing to do. And they kurangkan the adult punya degree tu by showing the comedic side instead. Okay lah, dia masak tapi banyak salt. So kita tahu the trope of girlfriend masak untuk boyfriend baru tapi tak sedap tu dah diguna pakai oleh semua orang. Tapi the problem here, the thing that they wanted to show here wasn't the fact that she couldn't cook, and wasn't the fact that she tried. It was the fact that Secretary Cha showed his side yang direct. Okay, aku makan je sebab aku biasa aku cool, romantic, nerd, gentleman. Tapi kalau kau tanya pendapat aku dan aku rasa kau jujur, dan aku jujurlah balik dengan kau. So I think that was the need. So benda tu dikomplementkan dengan bila diorang pergi hiking, he thought he was doing something good for her, that he thought on his own. Lepas tu dia cakap, kau ingat aku suka ke hiking? Aku tak suka hiking. Lepas tu sampai ke atas tu, dah lah bos kau buat macam ni. So now she shows her side of it in a zone that is personal to Secretary Cha atas bukit. The fact that they did that was brilliant. So macam mana dia settlekan scene makan tak sedap tu, diorang decide, lepas tu diorang makan sama-sama, diorang habiskan. Macam mana dia settle scene hiking tu is dia pergi back. So it's very nicely done. Aku tak tahu nak cakap apa dah. It's like in writing room susah kau nak buat benda ni unless you're very inspired. And I think when they did this, aku rasa it's one of those, kita dah sampai episode 7, sedap saya, aku enjoy this shit. You know what? Let's just keep the momentum going and just write it out. So
and then the ending of the piggyback tu, kita pergi hospital dulu ya. Tak apalah, kita balik
tak payah. Hospital buat apa? Itu you know what? For me, dia benda tu kelakar sebab dia very humorous. Dia tak comedic tau. The comedic is her the way she says it, her demeanor. Sebab dia kan macam boleh exaggerate sikit bila dia tengah comfortable. But dia punya kecomelan tu kat situ lah. So kau tak ambil benda tu sebagai sesuatu yang aku nak buat orang gelak. I won't be surprised if that was an ad-lib. Because aku tengok banyak content yang these 4 actors jemput pergi The Swoon, jemput pergi Netflix, diorang main game, lepas tu diorang jawab soalan interview. 4 ekor ni bro, macam member 8 tahun.
Nice.
Dia ni kutuk dia ni, dia ni kutuk dia ni, dia ni kutuk dia ni.
Yang macam aku share dalam itu tu.
Aku tengok banyak lagi. So memang it's really really good lah. They are really really good. So Young-Seo dengan Cha ni kat luar memang macam ni. Although he talks slightly differently, but dia memang macam ni. And Young-Seo dia memang sharp dan pandai dan witty outside. So they kind of have that. So they channel a lot of that in. So that's why it works lah. I just think that it's quite rare for me. Aku jarang jumpa macam Korea dia suka buat main female lead, lepas tu supporting male lead, supporting female lead. They started doing this about 2.5 years ago sebab dia dah malah buat 3 segi, 4 segi, bulat, whatever. So this is probably for me the first show yang engkau suka the second male lead more than the main kau suka the supporting couple more than the main couple, but not because the main couple is shit. It's just because supporting couple ni memang it's really them. Macam flaw, banyak orang akan cakap aku lagi layan whichever couple instead of the main couple sebab rimas tengok dia orang. Yes. So jarang kau dapat 2 couple yang best and kau tak rasa berat hati nak pilih the supporting couple.
Baru
because
tengok latest episode tadi.
Aku tak tengok lagi Flo. Aku tak tengok lagi.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just that tak apalah, kita sembang. Kita sembang.
Brace yourself.
Kita sembang.
Betul.
Kita
sembang.
It's not as bad tapi kita sembang lagu minggu sekarang. Tapi it's not as bad tapi aku dengan Mizi confirm nitpick lah. Confirm nitpick.
Ya, macam itulah bila
Siri dah. 2 couple ni kan, what are they portraying is an ideal healthy couple. So seperti Jamal cakap, susah nak tulis in real life pun susah nak capai benda ni. You can always macam easily misunderstood what the other party is feeling, and then bila benda tu berlaku banyak sangat, itulah relationship tu hancur apa semua. So this is macam yes, this very ideal lah, sebab macam they both have macam opposite personality tapi dia complement each other somehow. So macam Young-Seo very macam outgoing, full of life, apa-apa semua, but Seong-Hoon, Secretary Chan ni very reserved, very calm, very apa semua. So somehow like bila Young-Seo macam nak menganda, nak bermanja, somehow Seong-Hoon macam dia macam tak layan you 100%, but dia give you enough nak tunjuk macam he cares, dia ada perasaan, tapi dia still maintain that calmness, that nak tu apa-apa semua. So seperti macam masak, you masak penat dah, and then sebenarnya tak berapa sedap dah masin, tapi dia keep on macam sedap, tapi dia perasan lah macam tak berapa ikhlas tu, kata tak apa, lay it on me apa semua. Oh okay, masin, and then gaduh apa semua.
Yeah,
One thing I like,
it's quite cool lah to see them learning each other.
one thing I liked about it is that now bila aku dengar Mizi cakap benda tu, I just realised that untuk Tae-Moo dengan Hari, macam mana dia orang balas each other is by a big act of something. Tae-Moo lah kan, dia bagi big act, big gesture. Aku boyfriend kau, aku selamatkan kau ni, aku bawa foodie date apa benda semua. Tapi for Seong-Hoon dengan Young-Seo, it's very small, tiny, thoughtful gestures. Young-Seo, Seong-Hoon ikat tali kasut. So, dia bukan ikat tali kasut. Dia ikat tali kasut yang dia bawa.
Dia tolong pakai kasut.
Sebab dia dah tahu awet ni takkan ada bawa. Itu dia ni. And then Young-Seo pula dia masak. Kalau aku nak saja buat lawak, Young-Seo macam make sure asap tak pergi cross the line. So all these little gestures are there. And in fact, come to think of it, Young-Seo banyak buat gestures to the people that she likes and she holds dear. Untuk Hari, dia senang gila babi nak defend Hari. Dia orang boleh pergi minum dan makan sama-sama masa lunch, masa dinner, tengah malam. So she makes time for her best friend. And all these are gestures tau. Tae-Moo tak suka buat gesture kecil-kecil. Dia suka buat gesture besar-besar. Tapi finally mungkin dia dah berubah hati sikit. Sebab pada aku gesture kecil pertama yang aku perasan adalah dia nak cakap kat Seong-Hoon, kau nak kena tolong aku. Lepas tu Seong-Hoon macam tengok on the phone. Okay, malam ni kita jumpa awak dekat sini, kita dating. Lepas tu macam Young-Seo, Tae-Moo cakap, tak apalah, awak balik dulu. Saya boleh handle benda ni. You rest well. Macam yang paling itu okay. Yang paling sial dia paling dia tak tahu pun Seong-Hoon tengah tengok dia. Cik, dia siram. Macam dia siram di sini tau. Job well done bro. Aku macam bodoh je. I think I did a good thing for him. Aku macam ya Rami. Itu lawak you Rami lah. They really have these little things lah. It's pretty cool.
Alright, soalan kedua untuk segmen ini adalah untuk Tarmizi ya. Apakah pendapat anda tentang Young-Seo dan Hari kini mengetahui bahawa Tae-Moo became their knight in shining armor by helping the stalker victims persecute Mamat Skodeng to in court. I was quite surprised when they dropped that. Maksudnya, diorang dah tahu apa kau.
Surprised and personally slightly disappointed benda tu tidak dijadikan macam as a pembantu loncatan ke stepping stone untuk improve especially Tae-Moo punya Hari punya relationship and then macam untuk Seong-Hoon dengan Young-Seo macam they were macam berkapa sebelum dia tahu benda tu, so it's just macam brush off macam tu saja. So I was expecting that macam it's something that it's something of a reveal that akan membantu advance the plot, but somehow macam benda tu just cerita as a pass by untuk satu episod tu saja. And then macam bila dah sekarang ni macam bila dah macam apa, dia orang dah berkapa, dah ada kisi-kisi semua, so benda tu tak ada apa-apa je lah. So it's just macam apa, kesian mamat tu masuk jail je lah sekarang skodeng.
Aku rasa the reason why they did not use it, even though it's an obvious plot point or subplot point, is the fact that diorang tak kantoi, diorang punya video tak teruk, and they caught him immediately in the act. So, and it was resolved very quickly. So it did not escalate. Jadi for benda-benda yang tak escalate, walaupun topik tu topik besar, kalau kau nak bagi benda tu jadi satu benda yang besar kepada Young-Seo dengan Hari untuk aku suka dekat dua-dua ekor lelaki ni, I think it would be a bit too much. So they just needed to make sure that the loose end dekat situ dia tie. So that's how I feel lah. That being said, my initial reaction bila aku tengok scene Young-Seo bagi tahu kat Hari tu pun sama sebiji macam busy. Apa pasal? You know, it's just that I feel that the issue, or rather the issue which is stalking, they should have talked a little bit more about that, even if the thing did not become the stepping stone for the relationship to bloom ke apa, they needed to talk more about that. And in fact for Young-Seo benda tu penting. Sebab apa? Disebabkan insiden stalker tu, dia tahan berak. Dan disebabkan dia tahan berak itulah dapat knight in shining armor yang memecahkan pintu tandas awam yang terkunci. Jadi
betul.
Walaupun kita tak dapat direct conversation, I feel that the plot has served its purpose. Sebab dia punya escalation tu is just an escalation yang kita tak sangka. Yang ini keluar tengah jalan kan. Of course lah, entahlah benda ni komedi rom-com, so benda tu memang tipu lah. Keluar tengah jalan, lari pergi public toilet kan. Macam
pecah kan.
Pintu kunci, dia bukan geladi keluar balik, give up, terus duduk kat lantai. Serious shit, kalau kau kat public toilet kau give up, tak apa, jangan duduk kat lantai tu, kau duduk kat luar. Kau jangan, lantai tu kotor, please. Dan aku pakai baju kerja, bersih. Tetapi tak mengapa, segala kekotoran dan kejijikan dan kenajisan ini akan hilang apabila Young-Seo datang dan memecahkan pintu toilet. So itu pada aku, I think I do not know lah, I feel that aku macam busy, macam I think you should talk more about this.
Yeah.
But
dia sekali imbas.
Macam like, kalau bukan benda tu, tapi is something that Tae-Moo buat behind
Hari's back,
Young-Seo dan Hari's back, tapi significant akan actually ada significant meaning kat dia, and then benda tu dijadikan ni. Mungkin bukan benda ni tapi something else yang actually, boleh kena dengan team.
Yeah, actually you have a good point. Now that you brought it up, now it makes me wonder, because for me now aku terfikir, damn it, scene kat atas bukit masa dia orang pergi hiking tu, Seong-Hoon, Secretary Cha had the best answer. So macam, kau punya ni dah lah disuruh Hari kerja bla 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 bla. Aku rasa Secretary Cha should have said he is very awkward in showing how he cares. Like for Hari, he wants to keep her around because he cares for her, and then but he doesn't show it. He doesn't know how to show it. Like, remember, he helped you settle the court case, the stalker case. He just doesn't like it because he doesn't. He just needed to say something to that.
Macam tu.
Tu je. Kalau kita tak tambah scene semua maintain, tapi Secretary Cha cakap tu sambil dia dukung kat belakang. Lepas tu Young-Seo senyap je. Lepas tu Young-Seo kata, so lepas ni nak pergi mana? Lepas tu Secretary cakap, pergi hospital lah, kaki awak tak baik lagi. Then aku rasa then it will be golden lah pada aku. Itu dah memang perfect gila babi lah. Kau address benda tu, lepas tu dah lah dia angkat, kena marah dengan girlfriend, first date dekat hiking, tapi dia angkat juga. Lepas tu dia finally share the other side of Tae-Moo. Girlfriend makin cair, on top of dah kena dukung. Lepas tu girlfriend tak tahu nak cover line macam mana, sebab dia jenis yang memang ingat dia selalu menang argument. So lepas ni nak pergi mana? Lepas tu dia kata hantar hospital. Lepas tu dia kata tak nak lah hantar hospital, buat apa? Kita boleh buat lah. Kan? Tu tak dapat. Aku rasa kalau kita dapat moment tu,
I don't need legs for what I'm going to do.
That line is quite on. That line is quite on character. Actually kan, in fact kan, macam dia katakan, I will make sure that you come closer kan. Ayat dia, so Young-Seo punya equivalent adalah, well, I don't need my legs. Lepas tu macam, for what? Well, when we get home, I don't need my legs. Dia macam, and then secretary macam tu sikit. I think
Okay, kita balik sekarang.
Kita balik sekarang tapi kita lalu hospital kejap. Why? Lawa.
Alright guys, so kita ada satu komen. Sekejap aku check jap. Nur Zaini berkata,
by the way, Secretary Cha is so far my favorite character in K-drama, dan aku asyik perasan setiap scene dia ada ditukar frame spek dia.
Wow. That's cool. Aku tak perasan yang dia tukar frame.
Aku tak perasan. Sekali kan Nick, sekali kan episod 11 atau 12 masa epilog, diorang macam lepak bilik sekretari Cha, pas masuk bedroom dia memang ada laci yang banyak spek. Sebab dia suka collect spek.
Aku dah check it out. Aku tak perasan. Kita ada soalan menyimpang daripada Nur Zaini yang bertanya, cukup tak panelis untuk bedah siri Hello? Okay, jadi
aku tanya.
Kita baru bincang tadi, rupa-rupanya Hello ni tak follow timeline game. Lepas tu dia dah buka publish rival, buka dia punya mask lah apa. Aku tak tengok lagi, tapi aku rasa tak nak cover lah. Bila benda tu tak pentingkan source material, aku rasa aku tak berminat lah. But I don't know, maybe 3 episodes in I might find it awesome.
Aku boleh cakap sikit. First, macam opening dia tu is like macam game lah, yang kau tengok apa Master Chief dengan Spartans datang tembak-tembak apa-apa semua. The effect was good, nice, apa-apa pun semua lah. And then macam dia masuk exposition, nak cerita pasal the politics, the world building, macam mana apa-apa semua. Aku okay lagi. Lepas tu macam tiba-tiba Master Chief buka helmet. Sudah.
Yes, and for that reason maybe I will give it 3 weeks. Kalau dia ada signs of progress, then kita akan mula cover lah. Tapi most likely jawapan dia adalah tidak. Kita most likely tidak akan cover.
Dia reminds me of kalau childhood aku ada ni, kalau kau ingat ni, Captain Power, Soldier of the Future.
Oh, klasik Captain Power. Ya. Yeah. But aku lebih teringat kepada Judge Dredd bila Sylvester Stallone buka dia punya mask tu.
Yes.
Ini bukan Judge Dredd sia. So yes, publish rival buka dia punya Master Chief mask tu macam
he had the potential to be the next Mandalorian tau, sehingga dia buka helmet.
Yeah, that's it.
Even Mandalorian buka helmet pun tak tunjuk muka.
Tunjuk.
Tak, dia tak tunjuk muka.
Cover.
Season 1.
Kau nak jadi panelis kan sih? Kalau nak suruh cover. Alright guys, so dengan itu berakhirlah segmen ini dan kita akan ke elemen menarik kita yang terakhir. Alright, jadi segmen ketiga kita adalah tentang the supporting cast dan mini subplots. Dalam ni kita ada 2 soalan. Soalan pertama tu Jamal, apakah pendapat anda tentang Yura mendedahkan her hate for Hari so blatantly? Ada juga orang jealous macam ni dalam dunia yang tak boleh tengok orang lain happy. So apa pendapat kau tentang Yura? Silakan.
Aku tak suka sangat. Aku rasa dia insecure gila babi, dan orang-orang yang macam dia seemingly having everything. You go overseas to study, you're pretty, your group of friends clearly put you as alpha lady or alpha female, and then you know that, you are very aware of that, you play to that. Lepas tu she seems like somebody who will use emotional blackmail on people, and then lepas tu kau hold Minwoo hostage. Sebab kalau Minwoo tak sangkut dekat kau for whatever reason, Hari wouldn't have waited 7 years. Hari would have waited probably 5 or 6. So yeah, and how she's reacting to that is not great. I do not like it. That being said, it means that the writing and the acting is brilliant. Sebab dia punya scene berapa minit je kita boleh kira. Scene dia tak lebih 20 minit kot in total. Okay lah, mungkin setengah jam. Tapi dalam those 5 minit here, 3 minutes there, kita terus tak suka langsung. So that is, for me, it's great writing and acting. that being said, aku nak tambah sebab aku pernah ada orang cakap dekat aku, it's very hard to look into your eyes and see that you see somebody else when you're looking at.
Sorry, apa? Sekali lagi tak faham.
My ex told me it's very hard to look at you and to look into your eyes when what I see from there is you seeing somebody else when you look into my eyes. So, bila kau tengok muka aku, kau nampak muka orang lain. Kau tak sedar benda tu, tapi bila aku tengok kau macam tu, kau faham tak aku punya pedih macam mana? So, I have a feeling that we can only blame Yura for the way she acted after that. After realizing that Minwoo memang ada hati dekat Hari. Tetapi the way she tried to resolve it is probably hold Minwoo hostage in the relationship ke, lebih controlling Minwoo dan sebagainya. Jadi kat sini kita tak boleh completely blame Yura. Kita hanya boleh criticize the way she is dealing with that. Because, and that might even include dia bergaduh dengan Minwoo pasal Hari. And looks like they haven't. Because tak ada scene yang diorang gaduh pasal Hari. Meaning it hurts Yura even more because Minwoo, engkau patut sedar benda ni sebab kau buat girlfriend kau yang lepas tu jadi ex-girlfriend kau, lepas tu couple balik rasa macam ni. Faham tak? So I have a feeling that is what the relationship is, and if it's true then I can sympathize with Yura. I can say aku tak suka kau ni adalah bila kau happy kau memang best. Tapi bila kau unhappy, kau petty gila, kau spiteful, kau benda-benda ni aku tak suka. So I am happy to have Yura as that character because I can see that she is like that. Mungkin dia anak-anak elitis lah, anak Datuk ni ke, anak Tan Sri, anak chairman. And if that were to be the case, that is pretty cool. Sebab nampak, ni anak chairman seorang ni, relax je, tak boleh hiking lah, masak pun tak reti. Engkau pula, mungkin anak chairman perangai macam ni, ataupun engkau pula anak mungkin orang M40 middle class tapi perangai macam ni. Lepas tu kau tengok Yura
tapi still petty ya.
Tapi petty. Lepas tu kau tengok Hari relax je, mak bapak buka kedai makan, rumah kat atas tapi perangai handsome. So that's a nice little comparison lah. So I wouldn't slate Yura too much until we finish the series lah, we see how. Because for me up to the point when Minwoo datang nak jadi hero konon, in fact kalau scene tu tak ada, masa Minwoo masuk bilik Hari, buka laci, ambil surat tu, aku dah terus okay switch off. Mama ni, dude, for all I know, kau mungkin cousin dengan Kijun. That is how I felt at that point. sebab dia tak tahu boundary dia. Dia tak tahu boundary tu okay lagi. Kau dah best friend lama dan sebagainya. The fact is that engkau rasa entitled to Hari.
Ya, when for 7 tahun kau buat tak tahu pun.
Kau buat tak tahu.
Fuck off.
Betul, dan dalam 7 tahun tu Hari support gila restoran kau. Hari kalau lepas tu Hari jual nama kau dekat Good Food, and Hari tak tergedik-gedik depan kau. Hari knows her boundaries. Kau take it for granted, kau entitled. So nampaklah benda tu, tapi of course lah he did not mean to do that. Sebab this kind of rom-com kau takkan ada karakter yang jahat macam tu. Tapi it's a flaw of his lah. So too bad lah bro. Dah lah kau tak se-handsome Tae-Moo. The jacket cannot do anything to the hair bro.
That exactly brings us to the next question untuk Tarmizi. Apakah pendapat anda tentang Minwoo tiba je showing his hand bahawa dia jealous dengan Tae-Moo dan ada feelings dekat Hari? I mean, what happened bila Hari ada crush dekat kau dah 7 tahun kot? Like what the fuck, sekarang baru kau nak sebenarnya aku suka kau. Silakan Tarmizi.
I was never a fan bila dia buat macam tu. But if benda tu dalam webtoon tak nak buat apa lah. But dia macam dia sold that, dia jual that Minwoo daripada awal-awal episod tu macam as a genuine friend, and dia buat macam a nice gesture bagi that tiket tiket konsert tu dekat Shin Hari, cakap kata harap Shin Hari jumpa orang yang sesuai nak bawa dia pergi dating, tengok konsert. Dekat konsert tu pula ada request nyanyi untuk Shin Hari, and then bila Shin Hari pergi dengan Tae-Moo, habis konsert, lepas tu jalan-jalan tepi Tasik dengan tengok fireworks apa semua. Sepatut, and then dia pun kata that dialog kata, okay, you have found closure, baguslah, you can move on, apa-apa semua. That was beautiful. And macam ia menunjukkan karakter positif Minggu. And then tiba-tiba bila you bring in this jealousy ni pula, dia jadi macam petty pula karakter dia.
It was pelik. Aku rasa it started from the fishing tu. Mula macam tiba-tiba kau dating director Tae-Moo, lepas tu nak gaduh fishing, lepas tu macam it was weird.
I have a confession. Aku the Yura punya karakter ni bagi aku terlalu insignificant screen time sampai aku tak ingat muka dia.
Tak boleh.
Dia bertukar-tukar.
It's like macam I just macam anggap Yura is a interest of Minggu. That's it.
Mizi tak boleh. Minggu lepas kita ada audience, kita ada viewer yang cakap, tapi Minggu lagi Yura lagi lawa daripada Hari.
Aku tak lawa tu.
Tak, dia macam
dia muka tua sikit tapi lawa.
Ya.
Tak, dia mungkin kalau kau perhatikan fizikal lah. Bila aku tengok cerita-cerita ni, aku focus on the personality and what it brings to the story. So macam Yura just bring the macam it's a love interest of Minggu. It's a reason why Hari tidak dapat bersama Minggu, and that's it.
Aku tengok Syamil tu.
Marah.
By the way, kita
Syamil, aku doakan kau akan jumpa jodoh, orang yang membuatkan orang yang macam Yura, ataupun orang yang membuatkan kau rasa yang dia punya lawa tu macam Yura punya lawa buat kau rasa. Okay? Okay dah.
Tak, bagi aku macam ada some muka, the physical beauty tu menyelah lah. It's all depend on taste.
Thank you.
Okay. Aku tak tahu konteks tu. It's like macam my wife, dia komen pasal Bridgerton yang Kate Sharma tu, for me I don't find her attractive, but fine. I akan cuba tengok past the physical, what does the character, the personality interest me. So far I tak nampak apa-apa, that's why macam susah layan. Compared to Penelope, I also tak find her physically attractive, but I love her story, I love her personality, I love the plot point apa-apa semua tu.
Betul.
So I more notice her. So sama macam Yura bagi aku, beyond that jealous girlfriend punya tu dia tak ada bring apa-apa, and then macam tak ada intention sangat nak develop that plot point, the triangle between Minggu, Yura and Hari.
Ya, tiba. It happened in episode 78. So aku macam what the fuck?
Busy. So wife kau lepas kau pasal Bridgerton tu, wife kau ada cakap tak? Oh, jadi awak kahwin dengan saya sebab my personality je lah. Dia ada cakap macam tu tak?
Wow.
Hey, that's supposed to be a compliment, what?
Stop.
Busy? Jangan, do not say anything anymore, okay? Aku tak dengar apa yang kau cakap. You haven't answered my question. Do not say anything. Jangan.
By the way,
aku rasa part acting Yura was enough because we needed to see her when we needed to see her. I felt that she was enough. Tetapi I feel that it is a credit to the writing team and the director because we are talking about Minwoo. Dan kita tengah nak simbang macam mana dia punya subplot akan affect Tae-Moo dengan Hari kan. So when talking about that, the subplot involves Yura. So the fact that Yura walaupun sikit screen time tu is meaningful enough, is noticeable enough, leaves an impression for us to say that okay lah, tapi Yura tak cukup screen time. So kita rasa macam Minwoo ni punya subplot yang dia nak kacau Hari ni macam tak cukup sifat. For me, it's a great compliment to the writing team because dia bagi kita sikit, dia bagi kita cukup-cukup makan, but it leaves enough impact for us to have a strong reaction to it. So benda tu susah sebab kita rasa macam tu, Dan kita punya conclusion adalah itulah mungkin Yura needed a bit more time, or mungkin they need a bit more time to flesh out Hari dengan Minwoo punya backstory. Tapi for the intents and purposes of the plots of the stories is more than enough. So up to this point lah. So with hope that mungkin akan ada satu episode in the next 4 episodes, kita akan actually have a scene where Minwoo gaduh dengan Hari, and Hari cakap, "Weh, aku suka kan kau 7 tahun kot. Aku buat ni, kau tak cakap apa-apa pun." Lepas tu Minwoo akan cakap ayat-ayat macam, "Asal kau tak cakap elok-elok kat aku? Kau tengah nak buat kedai, lepas tu kau tengah ada girlfriend, lepas tu kau tengah sedih. I am your friend first, and I am not." Faham tak? Kita kena ada scene macam tu. So hopefully adalah. But I feel that up to this point, what the writers give us dengan sikit-sikit tu macam contoh Yura is enough, and kita nak lagi dan kita macam debate or kita discuss on that. I think it's a great thing lah. Sebab dia tak macam floor kita kutuk terus apa benda ni, baik tak payah letak apa ni sial kan. Itu baru floor, belum Wheel of Time lagi. Wheel of Time lagi teruk kan. So yes.
Jawapan soalan Syamil tadi,
apa soalan Syamil aku tak pasal tadi.
Soalan Syamil nanti je aku check balik. Dia tak faham kenapa is it on screen ni? Kenapa Minwoo ni dah terjumpa kontrak, lepas tu rasa marah tumbuk Tae-Moo, padahal kan dah ada persetujuan daripada Hari. Silakan.
Well, dia macam apa, dia ingat like okay, dia tiba-tiba dia dipotretkan mempunyai feelings pada Hari. So dia bila dia baca kontrak tu, kita tak tahu exactly ayat apa semua tu. So we assume that dia baca ayat tu yang dia faham kiranya Tae-Moo ni menggunakan influence dia supaya Hari terjebak dalam kontrak ni. Dia ingat macam Tae-Moo cuba exploitkan Hari.
Tapi yalah, agak pelik untuk Minwoo be possessive of Hari even as a friend.
Yes,
So that is the point here lah. Minwoo ni dia tak sedar dia suka Hari. Dia sedar dia suka Hari. Dia tak sedar dia suka Hari, tapi dia tahu dia suka Hari. Faham tak? Sebab he has taken her for granted sebab Hari jaga boundaries. So bila dia sentak macam ni, this was his jealousy speaking. Dan for me, it's logical in a sense because the way he realised that Hari was dating was dekat office when he was working. And then the way he discovered Hari's boyfriend was macam tiba-tiba bini aku cakap Hari best friend aku yang aku ada hati tu couple dengan director, chairman company dia, bos besar dia, yang bos besar dia yang aku pernah jumpa masa aku tu pergi shooting dekat office. So dia punya shock tu mengganda-gandakan lagi jealousy dia lah. So tu yang dia react macam ni. So kebetulan sebab dia dah memang best friend Hari dah lama, bila dia pergi rumah Hari for whatever reason tu, lepas tu dia luka, adik Hari macam, kau masuklah, kau lah naik atas, kita tahu kau dah kawan dengan Hari dah lama. So kalau dia masuk bilik Hari tu, dia rasa macam tak ada apa-apa lah. Tapi isu aku adalah bila dia start buka laci dan dia ambil dekat situ. Dia ambil surat tu, yang lagi celaka dia pergi bawa surat tu jumpa Hari dekat punya kedai. Aku macam, elah bro, kau yang dia pergi bawa surat tu, that is too much lah for me. So that is why lah. So dan part persetujuan daripada Hari tu macam Mizi jawab tadi, dia menyangkakan yang Hari dipaksa ataupun telah dipaksa untuk jadi apa nama ni, untuk menerima business proposal tu.
Betul. Alright guys, so dengan itu berakhirlah 3 plot point menarik tentang episod business proposal minggu lepas. Sekarang kita bakal membincangkan harapan kami bagi episod-episod minggu depan. Alright, so personally I look forward to the last 4 episodes. I want to know where it's gonna go. Pasal tinggal 4 episod je lagi. Dua couple dah confess. So is there going to be new drama? Maksudnya ada kehadiran orang ketiga ke apa? Where is the Minwoo Yura storyline gonna go? Come on, more of the datuk man. I need more of the datuk and I need more of the parents. So apakah harapan anda untuk episod business proposal minggu ini? Silakan Jamal.
Sama dengan Nick. Aku nak resolve. I think I want to see the Minwoo bit resolve dulu. although I have a feeling they will resolve that roughly around the same time as they resolve the blind date dengan oh my god.
That is a nice mystery yang aku nak tahu juga what happens for that date.
Dan I wouldn't mind in the next episode kita tengok more of how Harry dengan Tae-Moo start to figure out, okay, so how are we going to do this, you know. Itulah. Other than that, aku tak nak fikir apa-apa because I'm just buka, pasang episode, tengok and have fun. Aku tak nak fikir banyak-banyak.
Happy for the ride. Tarmizi, silakan Tarmizi.
Of course lah, nak tengok macam bagaimana Tae-Moo dan Hari blossom.
What, get physical? Ya, dia orang tak get physical lagi. Ya, aku faham.
Aku sebab aku dah tengok BTS press media punya content. I have a feeling that not have a feeling. I wouldn't be surprised if one of Tae-Moo dengan Hari's first dates is at the karaoke.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Sebab Si Jeong is a singer.
Yeah.
Singer. She's a very popular singer first. And Si Jeong, which is pelakon Hari, and then Young-Seo, I think I pronounced his name right. Tae-Moo is a idol band punya member.
It'd be nice.
So macam, so it will be cool because it'll be very meta. Macam.
Yeah. Especially kalau ada showdown, karaoke showdown, that'd be nice. Alright, kita ada 2 soalan terakhir, terutama daripada Tengkuah Channel. BuzzPOP tengok tak series Cloak and Dagger? Tak, pasal dia tak canon dengan MCU. Dia agak sampah. So
saya tengok.
I thought it was one of the good ones.
Okay, it's not good, but macam mana? It's not good, tapi for MCU standard level punya series, yang masa tu tak ada WandaVision, tak ada apa-apa lagi, yang cuma ada Netflix series je, it was at least 1 or 2 tiers below lah.
Yang awak suka apa?
It's not
Legion.
Legion best.
Legion
lain cerita. Legion is really good. Yeah.
Because Legion is not a studio that is affiliated with anybody. Tapi diorang kata kita nak buat juga series ni. Boleh tak? Okeylah buat. Yes.
Yeah. It was under Fox punya Mutantverse. So it was really dia macam they really went with it. Diorang spend a lot of money on it and I wish it would be part of the MCU. It's really good.
I hope it's going to be acknowledged or given a nod by Feige in the multiverse lah. Dia macam yes, we have so many multiverses, but dia just flashback Legion. Or rather Patrick Stewart, Professor X will cakap, yes, there are many realities in this world. I myself, know this. There are realities where I am a bad father, ke apa benda ke from Legion Flash. Oh, that would be awesome.
Noah Hawley is a very good writer and mindfuck tu. Kalau kau nak mindfuck, kau tonton Legion on FX, fucking awesome.
And then lepas kau tonton dan kalau kau suka, kau tolonglah pergi cari Age of Apocalypse punya trade paperback, sebab kau kena baca macam punya Legion, dia punya geram, bapak dia tak sayang kat dia walaupun dia adalah antara mutant paling kuat dalam dunia. Dan nak membuktikan yang dia sayang kat bapak dia, dia buat sesuatu yang menyebabkan Universe X-Men dan Marvel terbalik.
Yes, Age of Apocalypse, one of the epic.
Aku ada
one of the best ever X-Men crossovers.
Yeah.
Masa tu aku ingat, masa tu aku form 3 ke apa gitulah. Tengok kenapa komik X-Men ni apa tiba-tiba bertukar banyak ni. Masa tu tak faham lagi konsep.
Betul. For 3 bulan tau, semua X-Men title bertukar.
Aku beli Weapon X.
Oh, terbaik.
Wolverine satu tangan kan? Wolverine tak ada tangan.
Aku tak suka cerita tu. Sebab cerita tu nampak sangat fan service. Orang-orang yang dah fantasize Wolverine dengan Jingre,
akhirnya Wolverine
akhirnya for many reasons lah. Itu aku tak suka. Another reason is that bro, Cyclops punya tu tak cukup kuat untuk melt adamantium.
Ya, betul lah. Seterusnya Tengok Channel bertanya, tengok series Marvel Runaways tak? Juga satu series sampah. I'm sorry.
Aku suka first season je. Tapi aku punya expectation low saya bagi tahu siap-siap. Expectation aku low. It is a slightly better Cloak and Dagger.
Bila dah masuk kau ambil pelakon siapa tu dah Hugh Grant punya ex-girlfriend tu Elizabeth Hurley, aku dah macam ni apa kebutuh ni.
Aku tak sampai kat situ.
Not the comic book series anymore.
Aku tak sampai situ.
The comic book series Runaways is way better. Season 1 is okay, but the comic book series is better than season 1.
Of
And then
course.
season 2 ke hadapan dia dah ke laut. So
Tak apa, aku selamat. Aku tak tengok season 2. Aku stop at season 1. Yes.
okay, seterusnya Ismawi bertanya, do we know Security Charles backstory? Is he adopted?
Yes.
Aku rasa in
Ada.
that short scene tu kita nampak yang he is adopted.
Ya,
Jamal,
ada
silakan.
gambar depan
Ah,
orphanage.
Depan orphanage,
Dan-
there was a scene masa diorang flashback dekat funeral bapak Tae-Moo. Parents Tae-Moo yang mati dalam accident. So, that is a very cool flashback sebab dalam flashback tu, bapak Tae-Moo meninggal when he was very young. And then atuk dia kena jaga. So atuk dia take over the maintain the company. Lepas tu atuk dia tahu cucu dia kena ada teman. So atuk dia pergi kat orphanage, ambil Seong-Hoon. Lepas tu dia jaga, dia bela lah. And then dia pergi study sama-sama and then kerja sama-sama. That's it. So it's very nice, that's it. Dia just fills up the narrative role very well.
Simple and short and sweet. Soalan terakhir sekali daripada Nur Zaini, pernah tonton tak K-drama Bulgasal The Immortal Soul? Bagi saya agak best. Jamal, silakan.
Kalau kau suka fantasy trope yang ada demon-demon macam ni, kalau tak ada demon pun, tapi kalau kau suka fantasy trope macam ni, Hotel Del Luna is much better. Kalau kau suka the hantu-hantu crime aspect, I think there are a few others that are better. Bulgasal is alright je. I think it is overproduced. Tetapi dia punya hype adalah the male lead returning to acting after a long break or after a long time for whatever reason. Aku tak gaji sangat. Tapi aku katam, it was alright. I like the premise. Cuma dia terlalu melodramatic at some points. Macam, aku demon, aku nak bunuh kau. Aku tak boleh mati 1000 tahun sebab aku nak cari reincarnation kau yang keberapa. Tetapi apabila dah jumpa, aku jatuh hati kat kau. Tapi sebenarnya, diorang dua memang kena couple. So,
Macam
it's just
Goblin
very
ni.
drawn out.
Bukankah ini Goblin? Macam Goblin je.
Goblin lain. Goblin is the fact that he has to serve people. So this Bulgasal he is a demon. So macam kalau kau pergi kat Jepun kan dia ada banyak kami. Kami ni macam spirits, ada spirits yang jahat yang baik, and some spirits are legendary and mythical. So Bulgasal ni kononnya adalah one of those mythical demons in the Korean punya folklore. So bila kau jadi Bulgasal, kau tak boleh mati melainkan kau bunuh seseorang dan jadikan orang tu Bulgasal, then baru kau boleh mati. So nak jadi cerita Bulgasal ni, Bulgasal ni dia tak boleh mati sebab dia tak puas hati kepada Bulgasal yang menjadikan dia seorang Bulgasal. So dia berjanji yang dia takkan mati, dia akan kekal jadi Bulgasal sehingga dia boleh jumpa reincarnation of the original Bulgasal that turned him into one and kill her himself. So it's a vengeance that turned into a love story. So premise tu best. Cuma I think it's a bit overproduced, and for me semua hantu dia sebab kena ada pelakon. So semua hantu dia tak nampak demon lah. Tak nampak Oni dia lah. Tu je lah. Tapi hero dia memang lawa. Hero dia tu tak boleh buat apa lah. Hero itu pelaris show. She acts really well also. You should check out her previous series. Kalau kau suka fantasy, tengok kau tengok The Curse. The Curse best. Aku baru je habis dulu lepas. Zaini, sila tengok The Curse is on Netflix. Lepas tengok tu, kau pergi ke mana-mana tempat lain, kau cari The Curse punya filem yang keluar tahun lepas. Itu lagi best dari Bulgasal. Itu serius lagi best.
Alright, cool. Soalan terakhir untuk malam ni daripada Tengko Channel. BuzzPOP tahu tak Marvel series yang cancel? Simple. Semua Marvel series yang tak ada dekat Disney Plus, Hotstar dah kena cancel. Dekat FX ke, dekat Hulu ke, dekat ABC ke, semua Netflix ke, semua dah kena cancel. End of story. Pasal sekarang dah ada Disney Plus. So hanya siri Disney Plus je yang canon berkaitan dengan MCU Phase 4 dan best. Alright, itu saja untuk malam ini. Semoga terjawab semua soalan-soalan korang. Mutant X, do not talk about that shit. Alright guys, aku tak boleh terima dah.
Aku suka Generation Next sebab Captain dia Colossus dan Colossus punya kostum handsome lah. Dia ada pakai bandana.
Kau sempat tengok Generation X? Generation X? The live action TV series.
No, aku skip. Sorry, aku skip. I thought you were referring to Age of Apocalypse. Tak.
Okay.
Sorry bro. Aku Children of the Atom. Series X-Men yang macam
Alright guys, so itu saja untuk malam ini. Join us tomorrow di mana kita bakal membincangkan tentang trailer breakdown Miss Marvel. And then hari Selasa kita akan bincangkan tentang Superman and Lois episod 8 yang kembali selepas cuti seminggu.
Oh, aku malam esok lah Nick. Sebab Miss Marvel punya. Okay,
Hari Rabu pula kita akan bincangkan tentang Business Proposal episod 9 dan 10 sebagai pengganti ayahan. Nanti kita nak start puasa, so malam puasa kita pertama kita relax sikit. And then hari Khamis nanti kita akan mulakan coverage untuk Moon Knight episod 1. Aku dah tengok 4 episod, akan wait. Alright guys, so itu saja untuk malam ini. Majulah fandom untuk negara. Bye guys.